Welcome to Roadside Notes. I'm Christopher, the Route 66 chaplain, and these are the readings from the Faith and Good Courage Journal found at faithgoodcourage.com. Again, these are the stories for and from the road. It's a little grace for the miles ahead and reminders that hope still travels with us. This from my journal reading, January 15th, 2026, Finding Common Ground. Finding common ground used to feel simple. A handshake, a neighborly wave, a shared laugh over burnt toast in a diner booth. These days, it feels like every conversation carries a fuse. Even in the quiet places, the ones where people once came to escape the noise now have television shouting from both corners. One tuned to the left, the other tuned to the right. One clapping, one sighing heavily. One angry, one amused, and all of us caught somewhere between the bacon and the static. It's hard to find common ground here. Maybe that's why I still love the diners. I once read a study from the Greater Good Science Center that said small everyday acts of kindness will do more to reduce tension than long conversations about our differences. Diners have a way of proving that true. They tell the truth about who we are, a place where you can read a face faster than a menu. It's a place where you learn that most folks are not mean. They're just tired. A place where the coffee is usually too strong, but the honesty is just right. I walked into one of those Kingman diners on a cold morning, the kind where the wind rattles the windows even when the sun is up. I took my seat and let the hum of the room settle in around me. To my left was a man in a jacket plastered, with very bold opinions. And to my right sat someone who held the opposite views with equal conviction. I did not know either one of them, but I could read their body language. Stiff shoulders, tight jaws, eyes darting towards opposite TVs like loyal watchdogs. If either one sneezed too much with an attitude, the whole place might have split into two sections. Red napkins on one side, blue napkins on the other. But something else caught my eye before the fuse could burn down. Outside the diner window, wrapped in a blanket thin as prayer, sat a Hispanic woman shivering in the morning cold. She held herself like someone who's used to being unseen, as if disappearing would make her burden lighter. I watched her breathe in the fog in the air, small clouds that vanished faster than hope. The man on my left noticed her first. His gaze softened for a split second, just long enough for compassion to slip through the cracks. Then the woman on my right saw her too. She lowered her fork, her expression changed. Something unspoken passed between the three of us. Not politics, not opinions, just recognition. The world kept spinning like it always does when we're way too distracted to hear our own hearts. But the three of us were no longer watching the screens. We were watching her, a person who needed warmth more than an argument, a human being who needed something simple, something immediate, something kind. Before I could decide what to do, the man to my left stood up. He walked to the counter and ordered a hot coffee in a styrofoam cup. Extra cream, extra sugar. He told the waitress it was for someone outside. The woman on my right, she got up. She asked for a fresh biscuit. You know, the kind that crumbles when you just have to breathe on it. No charge, said the cook. Not today. They met at the door at the same time, awkward at first, like two people who had just argued the night before but couldn't remember why. They stepped into the cold and offered the coffee and the biscuit to the woman who had been invisible a moment earlier. She smiled, and something about that smile thawed the frost in all three of them. I sat there feeling the whole diner shift, not dramatically, not with applause, just this quiet tilt back towards what mattered. Kindness had done what arguments never seemed to do. It connected people who had every reason to ignore each other. It built a small bridge without a blueprint. It reminded me of a truth I already knew but sometimes forget. Finding common ground does not start with an agreement. It starts with noticing. And once you notice, you can't unsee it. A cold morning, a diner booth, two strangers choosing compassion over division. A reminder that we can disagree on 100 things and still get the coffee right. Still warm a biscuit. Still look out for someone who needs us. Still lift the spirit of the room by 1 degree. In my roadside reflection, that morning taught me something I want to pass along. You don't have to win an argument to make a difference. You don't have to fix the world to heal a corner of it. You don't have to agree with someone to stand beside them and do something good. Sometimes the strongest statement you can make is the one spoken with your hands instead of your voice. Kindness is still a language everyone understands. When the noise gets loud and the world gets divided, look for a person outside the window. Look for the one shivering. Look for the one who needs warmth more than an opinion. That's where common ground waits. A cup of coffee, a biscuit, a shared moment of grace. This is how we change the temperature in the room, finding common ground, one small kindness at a time. Travel well, my friends. Have faith and good courage.